We are very close to 7 o'clock and the sun just setting. Really is quite ideal conditions. As I said, the wind, probably the only element that's playing a little bit of a factor, but I don't think it will take that much difference in this game. So Logan Wade to lead things off for the Brisbane Bandits. Our great sponsors again, SA Power Networks, Duct Air Conditioning, Sunday Selection, Kennards Hire. We can't thank them enough, and Blake Holovac straight into work with a 132 km/h fastball straight over the plate for strike one.
Logan Wade certainly on song on Friday night in game one. Second pitch from Holovac, and he likes a look at that. He lines it to shortstop, who I think he slightly misjudged that. Might have been a bit of a knuckleball off the bat, and just made a half a dive and bounced out his palm by the look of it, but it's possibly a base hit. Andy, how do you score on that one?
I would score that as an error, Angus.
Yeah, he wasn't really at full stretch, was he? It was just sort of a half dive. It's more a misread.
Yeah, he sort of, even in the previous game, he boggled a couple of balls. He made an incredible play, an absolutely incredible play. But just on some routines for a player of his class, and you'd expect first pitch, sort of semi-line drive just to your glove side, that you'd be taking it. I'm sure if you asked him the question, he'd be pretty disappointed that he didn't glove that one.
Yeah, his body language tells you that too. So 0-1 on Josh Roberts. He likes a look at that and a swing and a miss.
And Logan Wade, who was only a couple of steps off, got fooled by the no move and was nearly stepping back onto the base when the pitch was delivered. So just needing to get the head into gear a little bit. It's been quite a wonderful little occasion in the break where all of the state sides, the 14s, 16s and 18s, were introduced to the crowd, and what a wonderful little affair it is for them to come out and have some claps and be recognised, all of the juniors.
Yeah, terrific lead into the national championships coming up in January. Boys have been training long and hard, and Roberts fouls that pitch just down the first baseline. Count goes to 2-2 on Roberts. Yeah, I'm sure the boys are all excited and can't wait to get there now.
For some of them in all grades, it may be their first ever state representation. And speaking to an incredible unit like Neil Page, who was a wonderful baseballer, and he never made any junior state sides on his way up, so it goes to show.
There's always hope.
Always hope, and when you mature and develop, and we all do that at different times, you stick at it and persevere. You never know. There's that ball flowing out by Roberts, foul down the left field line.
Choking up on the bat here, Roberts. And just fouling off anything close here. He's trying to see some pitches, have a good at bat, set himself up for the rest of the night.
That's what a number two guy sort of does. He's not really in there for himself. He's in there to do a job, and he bangs one up the middle. Sclafani tries to fool the umpire that he had a foot on the base. It just took him to the second base side, and he wasn't able to hold the base at second for a force out and a double play, but he still retires Roberts. And bottom line is, Josh's job was to move that runner, and he helped execute that little part of the play.
Yeah, good at bat by Roberts. Wasn't a great pitch, but it was close enough to be going at, and he got some good wood on it and found the gap up the middle. Got the runner over. So it brings to the plate Joey Ricard, centre fielder. Hitting in the 3-hole.
Switch hitter, Joey. Just a class act. He plays hard every minute of every game. Gets a nicely located pitch inside that he swings through.
Yeah, Ricard leads the averages for the Bandits. Well and truly. Another 30 odd points to the next second best average, hitting 325. Ricard with 3 bombs. That pitch is outside.
Across the plate a fair few times, minimum 12 RBIs. I reckon he stole one last night for 6 or 7 stolen bases and plays quality centre field, so we're talking about a near on complete baseballer in Joey Rickard.
27 hits from 22 games is certainly getting a good look at it this season. 3-1 on Rickard now. Runner on second, 1 out. And there's a line shot back up the middle. Runner turns the base hard and there's a fumble. But the runner was holding up. Third base coach Watson tried to send him again after he'd stopped after the bubble, but it was he'd lost all his momentum, the runner, so he holds up at third and brings Brad Dutton to the plate now. Runners at first and third and 1 out. And the Bandits looking threatening here.
One of those interesting aspects of baseball, Angus, and you'd be able to talk us through this one a little bit, just with regards to positioning of the base coach. And it sort of seemed he got out of his eye line a little bit and he stumbled around third. He was actually swinging him home and trying to get him, but he just, you know, perhaps his positioning, it's, you know, just one of those things that's a bit of a given, but it's extremely important.
Yeah, he was well down the line. The runner just needs to go hard and keep going until he's held up. I think Watson was holding him up because it was a line drive straight at the centre fielder, but he just bobbled it at the last minute and just after he'd held up. So it was just a bit unfortunate.
So first and third, 1 out. With the bearded Dutton.
And he hits for Dutts in the first game.
Oh, he hit the ball hard. He did pretty good.
Nice swing on that one.
I don't think he came up with much.
He fouls that one back. Count goes to 1-1, 1 out.
He struck out. Hit a ball up the middle that Sclafani just full length, took it, fired him out. It was one hell of a play, and then ground out to second base. So, as you've mentioned to me in their previous visit here, that he's a class act and a solid contributor. So not much going to hold Brad Dutton back from doing what he attempts to do.
No, the Bandits looking threatening. Each hitter's got good bat on ball. And dangerous Brad Dutton likes to look at that. There's a nice pitch, low and away.
A little bit of tail. Just kept moving away from Dutton.
He's looking to pull that one. 1-1, but now he's in the hole now. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Holovac's really lifted his game for the Adelaide Bite. Holman and Brueggemann were doing the main damage early, and Blake was in there amongst them. But he's really come to life over the last couple of series and thrown a couple of winners.
Tries to get a fastball by Brad Dutton there, but he's having none of that. And he gets some good wood on it, fouls it off. And we might see something off speed here. Very wary of the runner, as they should be, Ricard.
He's a mover on bases. So it's a pretty good time for the Bandits to willed a bit of offence in some shape or form.
He's getting plenty of attention over there. It's half a dozen pickoffs to Joey Ricard. Base running threat. And Dutton squares up. Likes to look at that one. Fouls that back. Can't get that fastball by Dutton. Holovac, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on the corners, 1 out.
Always with the lefty, makes a first and third a little bit more interesting, and it still is with Joey swaying the hips side to side. Just not exactly sure where Blake is heading as Adamson goes out and just wants to have a little bit of a chat and get on the same planet. Again, we welcome everyone back, and certainly our Brisbane people from all over that wonderful state of Queensland. No doubt home, relaxed after a long day, and hopefully tuning in and watching your side do their stuff. So we welcome everyone to this 10th inning broadcast. There's a nice
pitch. Umpire's called a balk. It's a tough break for Holovac. He's actually struck out Searle. I beg your pardon, Dutton. And a beautiful off-speed pitch.
Sometimes things spring out at you at a bit of a quick pitch or whatever, but it looked pretty legitimate.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the reason was for the balk. And Brooke Knight trying to get an understanding from Blake Halligan, but doesn't look like he's getting much joy.
Such a decisive call as well with first and third, and Holovac doing a good job, and as Angus said, just completely fooled Dutton on the pitch. He put a meagre swing on a breaking pitch. Was completely fooled. But we resume here with a 1-2 count, 1 out, so runner Dutton, on second.
Dutton gets another chance. And fouls that one off late on that fastball.
Just a friendly reminder, there's a bathroom over there, folks, for your convenience, and that ball is yours to take home.
So from Halligan's body language, it looked like it was something to do with his hands, but maybe a double movement or something. Runner goes. And right side from Dutton. Cape Red makes the easy out. 4-3. And Dutton hobbles up the line there. He's not looking the swiftest he's ever looked. Looks like he's carrying a little something. But, runner on third now with 2 out.
Ricard was on the move there from second as well. He was always swiping that bag one way or another.
Brings up Patrick Leonard, first baseman for the Bandits. Likes to look at that first one. Fouls it straight back. It's right on the speed of that.
Brad looks in a little bit of trouble down there. If you're reading anything into his body language, he sort of threw his hat with his helmet with a little bit of unsettled feeling, as if he has actually done a little muscle injury.
No attention from any trainers. He might be all right.
Thank you, Dr. Angus. So Leonard, who's elevated up the lineup. I will say that my man next to me has a fair bit of expertise in sport injury and management. And Leonard swings through a high fastball. So the Bandits are retired.